Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a couple of fun projects to share with you that are featuring these A2 thin frames dies that came out in the December release. You can see that there's skinny little frames for each rectangle, and before I snip these dies apart while they're still intact, I'm going to die cut them through each one of these delicious colors of cardstocks, which are, by the way, Simon Says Stamp. So I have my white card base here. I'm kind of deciding how I want to crop this off on the bottom right corner, like so, just to spice it up. I mean, I love a good crop. I'm titling this whole tutorial Cropped Frames. And I use some of that purple tape so that I remember how much space, how much do I need to, die cut. That way I don't die cut too much of my cardstock, my precious cardstock, because whatever is left over here is going into my scrap drawer for later. This first color I believe is lemon chiffon, and I take my little retractable needle tool to kind of fish these pieces. Would you say, fortunately, they all kind of come out stuck together, which is great. Now, next one is Sunshine cardstock, and I'm going through a bunch of colors. I think I had about 10 or so. If you don't want to fish through that many, you could just alternate 3 different colors. So these are all my colors here. By the way, this is the A2 thin frames. There's also A7 thin frames, which are taller, skinnier rectangles, but you could do the same thing. There's also circle frames. Any type of nesting die that you have would work great for this type of design. And I'm going through each one of these little die cut pieces, fishing them together. You know me, I'm going in rainbow order, but if that's not your thing, you could do whatever order, whatever color scheme for occasion that floats your boat. So like I was saying, this title of this tutorial is called Cropped Frames. And I've always loved to crop a design element, a shape, a pattern, a sentiment. If you can crop it, I just feel like edgy, like cool, like I'm hip or something. But I'll tell you what I don't like, even though it probably is edgy and hip, I don't love a crop top. I don't love a crop top. Does anybody? I mean, even if I see one on a hanger, I don't like it. And when I see like a girl wearing one, I automatically get cold in my lower torso. It just irritates me. But I do love a crop design. So there's that little tidbit of information that you never knew you needed to know. And I've got all these adhered down with tape runner, and I'm going to trim off all the excess with my good old Holtz Tonic guillotine paper trim. Of course, you could cut this off with scissors, but I love to use a paper trimmer because it just feels so precise, And this design just really, look at it. Just look at it. So for a sentiment, I'm using Kathy Zielski's Proud of You word die. So there's the backer shadow part, which I'm doing in black, and then the words, which I'm doing in white. Anytime I have a really colorful card, I like to do the sentiment black and white. And it makes it pop. I'm adhering the words with Tombow Mono liquid adhesive. A lot of times I like to stack up to give dimension. This time I didn't. This is a very flat card for the most part. I do pop up this sentiment, but for the most part, she's pretty flat. Okay, so now I decided, should I put embellishments on this? I didn't. I left it clean and pristine. So there was all these other little pieces of die cut rectangles kicking around, and I thought, what a shame it would be if I didn't try to make something else with all those pieces. And you could go on and make so many cards if you let your imagination run wild with all these die cut pieces. Now these rectangles I did pop up with foam tape, so they're nice and dimensional. Basically the same design. Cropped it down on the bottom right corner. If you want to spice it up, crop it up on the top right corner. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? Now for this one, for the sentiment, I used Kathy Zielski's Thank You. If you never know what sentiment to use, go to Kathy Zielski. She's got you covered. These 2 cards are finished. Very clean. I think they can be masculine or feminine. They're colorful, they're happy, they're clean, they're simple. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.